Goa. I have to say, after a month of traveling through Rajasthan and a week of confronting myself in Varanasi, spending a few months in Goa has made me feel like home. I guess that is also because I feel home within myself. I thought that during my journey through India, my whole spiritual process was often overshadowed by me trying to become aware of, understand, and feel my anger, guilt, and shame around dealing with all the unusual triggers around me. But I know now that and the awareness of that is my spiritual process. One of the biggest surprises is how different people can turn out from each other according to their conditioning. I'm not talking about subtle differences. I'm talking about totally different realities. How can the same species produce both an Aghori sadhu meditating among the dead and a stockbroker racing through the chaos of Wall Street? Both are human, both seeking meaning in their own way. I struggle to always feel safe being surrounded by humans who were so different to me. Personal space, physically and sonically, is just not a thing here. People here say that everybody is part of one big human family. And maybe family treats family differently here. In many places I've been, the way people acted felt like disregard for one another. But maybe that's just a projection. Being painfully aware of how different my own conditioning is, I remind myself that things may absolutely not be as they seem to me. The greatest gift is to see the human behind the software, the God that shines through all of us.
The heaven is the palace where problem cannot enter.
That light is deep within everyone and more or less filtered by our identity, biases, stories, and emotions as it tries to make its way into the world.
Jai Shri Ram!
Jai Shri Ram!
Only to be further filtered through the armor of those who receive it, diluting its purity even more. We can't really trust our silly little judgment.
Namaskar.
You are very special.
Thank you, you too.
Yeah, you are very special.
Often my guard was maximized. I felt like crawling back into my safety bubble to be able to be vulnerable. But there I wouldn't find the entire truth. To truly experience love, I have to open myself to the darkness as well. That's what the Aghori do. I've seen it. It was real. Their path to love, truth, and acceptance is raw, unfiltered, and extreme. These black sadhus immerse themselves in trauma to break free from all attachments, stripping away every layer of illusion. Then again, I don't believe asceticism is the way to God. Buddha preached balance, the middle way. Extremes often result from impatience, from lack of self-love. If you want to be free, you have to also face the monsters and be fine with it. Because how am I gonna be spiritual and awakened if I exclude the majority of the planet? If you want to grow, if you want truth, always consider the most uncomfortable road. But now I was ready to enjoy myself. I allowed myself to stay and step out of my comfort zone within the vibrant, chaotic beauty of Arambol, Goa. I had my doubts about this place at first. Goa is known for its duality. On one side, the commercialized, tourist-heavy party scene with the usual drinking crowd, and on the other, a deeply spiritual community drawn to healing, self-exploration, and conscious connection. It's a place that reflects what you bring into it. In the end, the filter through which you experience any place, any encounter, and any situation is interchangeable. I chose to soften into this experience, approaching my initial skepticism with compassion and curiosity. What I gave, I received back tenfold.
Arambol or Pizza Parade. Yes, please come. Also you.
Will come. The depth of Arambol's spiritual and musical offerings captivated me. I found myself immersed in ecstatic dance gatherings, conscious connected breathwork workshops, kundalini activation sessions, meditation circles, and powerful emotional release work. I sat in cacao ceremonies under the full moon, participated in Temescal sweat lodges, and took part in plant medicine rituals. The sheer variety and quality of healing modalities available here made me fall in love with this place. It felt like being born into a vast international family of open-hearted souls, all seeking real human connection beyond the veils of alcohol or escapism. A community where vulnerability was welcomed and encouraged. There was a moment, one of those rare, crystal clear insights, where I saw through the illusion of striving, the endless seeking, the push to release, to heal, to do. It was all part of the same game. I remember picking up a pen intending to write down some grand insight about the nature of the self, and instead, as if guided by something beyond me, I simply wrote, I don't need to do anything. And that was it. The answer had always been so simple. But we complicate life, burden ourselves with narratives of struggle and growth, when in truth, existence itself is already whole. God is not a stern figure demanding progress. God is a child, laughing at the sheer absurdity of our need to try so hard. The interplay between joy and pain, this thing we call passion, is nothing but an exploration of our own divine nature, an elaborate dance of remembering and forgetting.